I'll just start.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you again.
Hello, dear followers. So we gave you a podcast or vlog. We're not too sure what to call this, but this is Therapist's Connection. And we came together for the second time now to discuss one topic today, which is what are your biggest struggles and challenges in your business? So I'm going to ask May and pass this question to you. What do you find are your biggest struggles and challenges?
Thank you, Kristen. It's lovely seeing you all again. My biggest challenge working with clients is when they come to me with a problem and I would advise them what's the best way forward in terms of treatment plan, the frequency of treatments. Sometimes the clients aren't ready. They are overwhelmed by the commitment. And then the other challenge, which stops clients from getting to where they need to be, is on their end, they're not fulfilling their homework. So I would give them things to do because lifestyle is key. Obviously, coming into my clinic when I do the treatments, that kicks off the body into healing. But 90% of the work is actually down to the client. They need to commit to changing small elements of their diet, changing their lifestyle, exercise habits. Their state of mind is key, as you will know, Kristen, with your hypnotherapy work, changing our mindset is absolutely key to how our body responds. Um, and on the other hand, I get wonderful clients. Like recently, a fertility client of mine is successfully pregnant, and the reason she's got there so quickly is because she listened to all the advice and she took it on board, and she would always ask more questions. What else can I do? Just give me advice, and then she would do the homework. And that's why, we work together as a team, and we got her to a success story. So yeah, so there's the challenges, but then we've also got the success of clients doing the work. But the initial challenge is having, I suppose, in a way, it's good to start off with having that contract so they know what to expect when they come to see me, and then I will be honest and clear about my expectations from the client as well. So that's what I've learned. Yeah.
Amazing.
So hope that was okay, Christine. Have you got any more questions to ask?
Not right now, but let's see how this unfolds. First, I want to add as well, this was a bit of a challenge getting here this morning because life got in the way and we were going to do this in person, but life got in the way. But because we're all flexible and because we know this and we're adaptable, we said, hey, let's do this online. So I organized a Google Meet. For some reason, it wouldn't allow me to record. So then again, what do we do now? So then we set up the Zoom call. So it's, lots of little challenges this morning. But that's okay. I think we're doing well, that we're still doing this and sharing with the world and educating them and letting them know about our services and how we can help.
That is
No
so
matter
true,
the
Christine. Thank you for setting this all up. I was just about to introduce you, Carolyn, but you've
Ah.
jumped in. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, no matter the struggle,
Yeah.
we'll keep going, right? So
Perseverance, that's
yeah.
right. So what I was going to say to you, Carolyn, was we both of us kind of do similar line of work.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if you have similar challenges to what I have with your clients, if that
Yes.
resonates with you, my experience with clients.
Yes, I was going to say that I experienced very similar to what you said, May. Um, and it's not necessarily, it's a mixture of commitment and patience of my clients, especially those clients that have had struggles. So the clients I work with tend to have chronic discomfort, chronic pain, chronic stress. And chronic obviously means they have that for quite some time already. And they're all expecting an overnight fix. And they think one session and they get huge results and don't have to come again. And even though when I set the expectations from the start, I guess similar to what you do, May, when you have that initial consultation and conversation about, what it is and where they think maybe the original root cause is lying. Sometimes you don't know. But when they tell me, oh, for over 10 years I've had this back pain or whatever it is, um, and then expect that after one or two sessions they see huge results and are healed. And, trying to get to understanding that healing is naturally a slow process, and you need to give your body the time and the space and the tools um, in order to do so. And that's my biggest struggle is to bring that message across for clients to understand, even though they say, yes, I understand that natural healing, rule of thumb, we say, is for each year, it takes a month of healing. So each year of suffering is a month of healing. So when you then had something for 10 years, you're looking at around about 10 months, but people expect something overnight. That's really my biggest struggle. Um,
So
yeah.
following on from that, Carolyn, we met up earlier this week, not this year, no. We met up earlier this week because you have moved in as my neighbour.
Yes.
So now we're going to be working very closely together. And as we were chatting, you mentioned you had that experience with a recent client. I think she last came to see you, you said July, but in a way
Yes.
it's a success story because
Yes.
I'll let you explain what happened with this client.
Yes. So this client, I met her in my previous room I was renting, and she got really interested because she's also working in sort of the health and well-being space, but different sort of angles. But when we were chatting about what it is that I do with Vitametic and how it also targets the vagus nerve and helps with your sort of spinal and pelvic alignment, she got really intrigued by it because of her own struggles. And then she had committed herself to a few sessions, and once her package of sessions was over, but she hadn't quite reached the leg length difference, sort of the zero of it. She said, "Oh, it's not doing anything for me, so I'm not going to commit to any more sessions." Whilst in Rhythmatic, we work until the leg length difference is gone. And then she booked back in just beginning of the week and said, "Oh, the reason I booked back in is one of my friends commented on how do you cope with your migraines? Because she used to have very frequent migraines." And then she said she had like a light bulb moment where she realized, "Oh, I've not had a migraine in like over 3 months." And she connected it with the Vitametic treatment she had. And so yeah, so that's why then she came back. And so that is the success story. She first wasn't patient enough to continue with the sessions, but then because she was more looking for like the back problems she had because of her spine, but did not notice the other positive benefits she could get from Vitametic, which is obviously the tensions that cause her migraines. Because she knows it is tension. It's just it always starts in her neck and then radiates towards the front. Um, so yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
You're most
Mm.
welcome, Carolyn.
Mhm.
It's a fantastic story. I just thought you had to
Mm.
share that, Carolyn.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, have you got any more questions for me?
No,
Yeah,
it's just
actually.
oh, go on,
Mm.
Chom.
Oh,
Mm.
it's going to be. May I going to say something?
Yeah.
Oh, I was
So I
just going to.
just because of one of my friends, she got a slip disc.
Mm.
Can you do something with the slip disc?
Um, when you say do something, Vitametic does not heal a slip disc, but it can help with the discomfort and the muscle tension
Mm.
from that
Mm.
slip disc.
Mm. So just wondering that this
Yeah,
could be because I asked her, would you like to come to my friend as well?
yeah,
So she's now mm, do a treatment with some practitioners.
mm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, why don't you just share my details and then I can have a
yeah,
chat with
yeah,
her.
yeah, I
Yeah,
will. So I asked you
mm.
first.
Yeah, yeah, amazing. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, but maybe we'll lead on to you, Chom, now anyway. So I'd like to
All
know
right.
what has been your biggest struggle or
Mm,
challenge with your business?
mm, thank you.
Mm,
So the challenge for me has been helping clients understand that beauty is connected to overall well-being, how we are, how we care for our skin, mind, and spirit. And it's so emotional when someone come in to my salon
mm,
and feeling stressed or drained, and I see it on their skin. But when
yeah.
I combine my treatments with the holistic approach, relaxation, care, and kindness, therapeutic touch, so they live lighter, more confident, and truly growing from the inside and out.
Mm,
So that's the moment I live for.
yeah.
So that's why I do what I do.
Yeah. Amazing. And I think because so it was not on video, but Kristen mentioned about like going to the hairdressers and being pampered, and that's something similar that you provide, isn't it? You provide,
Hmm. Hmm.
those sort of the space and the time for people to take for themselves, to be
Yes.
pampered. And
Mm.
then there's also the, how do they call it now? The touch and how that positively impacts,
Yeah.
your well-being and,
Yeah.
being soothed and yeah, amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you also want to share maybe then a client success stories?
um. So it's because I don't know how it succeeds, but there are some of customer come to me repeatedly, which is they
Mhm.
like to see their progress, and when they come in and they feel relaxation and feel lift and feel lighter, and some the most important some of people's or my clients come in and then she got a very dry skin, and then I can sort it out for her, and even her skin very flake, yeah,
Mm.
and then afterward it's getting better.
That's really good.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that helps with your confidence as well, isn't it? When,
yeah,
especially when things like flaky skin on your face,
yeah.
you're immediately
Hmm.
not going to be as confident speaking to people, maybe being
Yeah.
on camera, having pictures taken. That's, I think, really huge success.
No, the problem is when she said that she tried many treat, how's it called, the cream or anything else that she tried to put it on her
Mm,
skin, but it doesn't help. But after the treatment with me, she's getting better. So
mm,
I feel, oh
amazing.
gosh,
Yeah. It's rewarding, isn't it?
yes,
Mm,
true. So I keep find research, find out the product that will suit to my customer, because every
mm,
time every customer come in, they have a different the issue. But the most classic one is very dry or dehydrated skin.
mhm, mm, yeah. Amazing.
So anything else? No?
No?
Right. So now it's my turn. I would like to know because I like the way the hypnotist therapist. Yeah, Christine, you are doing the hypnotherapist. So once I have the session with you once. I feel good as well. I feel super relaxed. And then I understand that your career and your work goes so deep to the emotional and inner struggles with the customer. So, do you have any biggest issue or biggest challenge to guide client through your healing journey?
Yeah, my biggest challenges are probably with myself, to be fair.
Mm,
When the word patience was mentioned earlier, I thought it's not my clients that struggle with the patience. It's me having a probably a bit of a helper syndrome and
Hmm.
ideally wanting to like fix someone in 1 hour, but to remind myself when someone possibly doesn't feel much different after 1 week that that is totally normal. It's a healing journey. It doesn't happen in one session, in 2 sessions. Sometimes people come for 6 to 12 sessions. It's kind of depending on the issue, how deeply rooted it is, how they are sticking to their homework, which we work out together because lifestyle is important. I do the subconscious work, but of course, you have to do little things at home. Ideally, very achievable, simple activities that might just take 5 minutes a day so that it's easier to start creating that new habit, whether it's to exercise more or, say, change something about your diet. Even if you drink one more glass of water a day or one less cup of coffee, just something. You have to show me that commitment. And to be fair, if you are committing to therapy, which is private and costs money, then you should be all in. You should be sure about it. So, yes, biggest challenge probably patience, as in me just being gentle and understanding that it takes time. The second thing is probably the money side, that a lot of people think it's a big money investment, which of course it might seem like this. But then if you sit down with your finances, you might see, a cup of coffee here and a Costa, my favorite, sorry, or a takeaway, or there's a lot of money people spend here and there and don't even know where it went at the end of the day. And I'm thinking that a lot of people seem to put their mental health at the bottom of the priority list, when in fact, as Chom just said, it's one, looking after yourself in one way or another. There should be daily things, but then also bigger things. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to the hairdresser in 2 weeks and I'm like super excited. I haven't been there in a while. And it's I'm there for 2 hours and someone will make me a coffee and someone will chat to me. I have no responsibilities. It's just all about me. And this is really important. And yeah, I think just consider how whatever your challenges are really affecting your life. And you might think, oh, I mean, the anxiety, I mean, it's not great, but it's not as bad as, I don't want to invest money to get rid of it. Or
Hmm.
the activity levels you want to up, or your diet being better might not seem like big things, but they are because they're accumulating. And obviously, don't forget, it's not just now, but we're looking at things later in life. So if your diet is unhealthy and you have sugar spikes all the time, and especially as a woman, and then your body is aging quicker on the inside, is things that you don't see. So maybe reconsider that. And also, I was going to say that was a super interesting fact about the every year of your issue takes about a month to kind of heal. I had no idea. That is mega interesting.
Hmm.
Amazing.
So, and how has the challenge shaped your passion and desire for the work you do?
How is the passion?
And yeah, and passion and desire for the work you do. How it
Where does it come
shaped
from?
you. Mm,
Probably from my own struggles. I think a lot
mm,
of us, I know certainly most of you got into what you're doing because of something you experienced. So it was a lot of self-development and growth that I experienced myself. And actually, my hypnosis course, I think the courses I've been to over the years, very few people are actually still doing that as a job. or they tried but given up, because this is not easy going self-employed, especially if you have no product, no shop front to show, and you have to make yourself known. I find that very, very difficult. So, well, I wouldn't say they gave up, but maybe it wasn't the right thing. But I can tell you that pretty much everyone I've seen on my journeys, they came to the courses for themselves firstly, because you have to be there and you have to experience your own services in order then to just pass that on. And I won't go into much more detail because I could talk about this for hours, but I'm such a passionate hypnotherapist that I think it shines through, because my clients, they usually say like it's just my voice. Sometimes I hear even things like, oh, it's a gift, it's so calming, it's this, it's that. And so that makes me feel good. And I do thrive off words of affirmation as well. So, when I get a compliment like this, it means a lot. It means the world to me. And that
Good.
keeps me going. Yeah.
Perfect.
Has
I feel
anyone got
it.
any more questions for each other, or should we wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up and save it for next time. We don't want to give too much away today, Kristin.
No.
That's enough.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Yes, thank you.
This is me, Kristin Curtis, Clinical Hypnotherapy. I'll pass over to May.
I'm signing off. This is May signing off from Karma Healing Space. Over to you, Carolyn.
And Carolina Bauch signing off from Relax Beyond. And over to Chom.
And Chom to the gach from Hor Early Tuning.
Bye.
Bye.